Oh, what a fantastic day. Come on, let's get painting.
Yeah, it's no time for breakfast.
Breakfast is for wimps, come on. I'm Jason.
I'm Ben.
We are the Watercolour Men.
Yes, but this isn't any old watercolour painting. We like going to difficult places, dangerous places.
Places with a story to tell. Today we're going to be dodging between a secret airbase and a firing range. And Ben is going to be up to his waist in water to get the best view of a waterfall.
Jason, you're wrong, mate.
Today, we're on the trail of a hidden gem. But first we have to get past this lot.
We're up on the heights near Brampton on the borders of Cumbria and Northumberland. Around here we've got planes practicing bombing runs and unexploded World War II missiles, so we've got to tread carefully.
In fact, let's tread very carefully, away from the dangerous bits.
Oh, Ben, where did you find this place? It's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, well, these guys in the village where I used to live told me about this place. They come diving off the rocks in the summer.
Are they mad?
But you have to be pretty local to know this spot, and you have to be pretty mad as well.
Down below us is Cramell Linn, a waterfall on the River Irthing. It's hidden away in a dip so that you just wouldn't know it was here unless you take a hike from the road. Now we have to get down there carrying all our painting kit.
Where do you fancy going, Jason?
I don't know, down there looks fantastic.
I've nearly slid on my backside coming down here before, I tell you.
Yeah, we become a cropper. It's a right nanny goat's path, this, Ben.
I imagine you. Right.
Oh, yeah, fine.
That's if you can get down to the waterfall, Jason.
Okay, obviously there's a few spare gallons of water in here, so I didn't need to bring any. And Ben can do his bushcraft impression.
You know, when you're out in the wilderness wilds, all you need is a few basic things to keep you surviving. Bit of timber.
Actually, the sticks are just to level up some of this sophisticated gadgetry we've brought with us. This is a palette I've designed myself. You squeeze paint out, leave it at the top. When you're working the colour, you can control it and keep it kind of sticky. And then when you want to create a larger wash, you let gravity do half the work for you by the paint being on a slant.
Here's a great idea. This is American tapestry material. It's plastic, and children use it for making designs with their wool and things, weaving in and out. Well, here I've got some bloomer elastic, shearing elastic they call it, and that's woven through. And here I can supply, you know, my sort of 15, 20 brushes. What's great about it though, it stops things from dropping out in the bag, and I can roll it up in a little clasp like that, and it keeps everything nice and secure. But also, it allows the brushes to dry out in your box. If you don't dry your brushes out, they're going to soon rot and all the very expensive brushes will be spoiled.
I'm going to bring the waterfall a little bit further towards me than the view appears to me in front, because the large area of water in the foreground isn't really that interesting. So if I start with a slight diagonal line, and then I'm going to draw this sort of rock form in the foreground like so, and then the waterfall's main structure of falling will be something like this, and then you've got this other slightly off diagonal line, which is the main structure.
I was talking earlier a little bit about preparing your equipment. Well, the most important thing though is to get your paper stretched. But also now I've got this lovely mellow paper as well. And this is a paper that the great masters would have used. It's made of linen. And this is called a Girton paper. Now, Thomas Girton was a great master working in the 1800s and a friend of Turner's. And I love using these papers. You get fantastic results from them. Now, it's lovely and mellow. It's not so white. Now when I look at that waterfall, that lovely, creamy, frothy, you know, it's like the head of a pint, really.
Okay, so I'm continuing on here drawing.
Got your numbers in place. Get them right. 52's there, 42's there.
Well, if you need me to draw yours out so you can add your numbers, just give us a shout. Right?
I'll show him. See, I don't need to bother with any drawing out, just go straight in on it, like a bun in a china shop.
Okay, this is a well-used and I must admit slightly grubby box of oil pastels. I use this effect quite a lot. The idea is that I want to put oil pastel on so that I can get some kind of resisting on the paper surface. The obvious place to put it, this is a white oil pastel, would be in the direction of some of the waterfalls. So as it cascades over the rocks, I'm going to fidget some of this, almost kind of drawing into this area with the white. Quite a lot of this quite horrible acidy green over here, and this is a vaguely repulsive colour but pleasant in its own way. Have a bit of that there, going across here.
This is a lovely technique I can show you. What I can do is put the colour on nice and thick and sticky. Load it on. And then I can use a palette knife to drag the paint off to make lovely rocky textures. The highlights of the sunlight on the rocks there.
Now this technique basically is taken from some of the things that John Singer Sargent used to do. Probably one of the greatest watercolourists ever, I would say. And he did the same kind of thing with the pastel under base to things to let colour flicker through. Oh dear, I've got to run away. Now, instead of panicking too much, I'm going to straight wash it off. I'm just going to dissolve that out a little bit first so that the colour is diluted. Then I'm going to suck up the moisture out of my brush and use that almost like you would say a rubber if you're getting with a pencil. And also this one's going to run away, so let's do that before it decides to break for cover as well.
As you can see, I've nearly finished my painting.
Yeah, right.
But we've got company.
Look at that.
Well, I'm not painting that unless he can do it again in slow motion.
Put a little figure in mine as well. It's been a guy jumping off the rocks here. Yeah, I have to say, Jason, you've done quite a good job. I mean, I wouldn't ever thought I'd say this, but it's rather good.
So do I have to pay you a compliment now?
Yeah, you don't. You know,
Come on, let's have a look. No, that's not nice as well. Your water is lovely there, man. Absolutely lovely. Lovely. The rest of it's rubbish, but the water's fine.